Hello, how are you? So, this is going to be a very casual talk, okay? I just wanted to meet my subscribers because I need some company, right? For tonight. So, shoot your questions, no matter what your questions are. I'm ready to answer, okay? So, yeah, let us see. And I'm ready to wait because I know these days my popularity in social media is not very good. I used to be very much popular in social media, and there are reasons for my decline of popularity. See, there is a festival in the temple. I don't know if you are hearing those noises because yeah. First, let me know, okay, if do you find this as a disturbance because there's a maybe I can wear a headset because they are conducting an orchestra, okay. Expressions in Britain, Prison Part 2, okay. Yeah, let us talk about it, but first, really, it is disturbing to me actually. See, I asked a question regarding the disturbance of noise, okay. The thing is, it is very disturbing to me actually. I'm not able to focus. So let me know if you can hear me if I. I think I have to throw this in. I have to throw this in trash because I bought this, and whenever I wear this, people are complaining that there is no audio. See, can you? I will talk about my experience in prison, okay? But can you read? Are you saying that you cannot hear this audio in the background because the song is playing right now? Ta-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na, ta-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na. Oh my God, I have 19 viewers right now. It is unbelievable. Okay, anyway, so yeah, a person has already asked me a question regarding my prison experiences. It was there is a good part to it as well as bad part to it, okay. First of all, I have already said this, okay. I do not regret anything. No matter what happens, I don't regret it. This is a gift of non-duality, and there is a maybe before I talk about this, I will talk about another incident where somebody told me this guy Shanmugam has definitely gone through some kind of experience in 2014, but it is not enlightenment. And I told him, okay, this is very good to hear for me because if there is another advanced state which can provide me more peace and satisfaction, then I would love it. So the idea that I am not yet there, I have not yet reached enlightenment, seems to be a comforting idea. Do you get this? So the idea that okay, he says that you guys can still hear me, and the background noise is not very disturbing because my voice is dominant. Okay, I like it. So I told this guy who told me that I am not enlightened. I told this guy, okay. See, first of all, I think I have to describe about what I went through. Okay, maybe it is not enlightenment. I don't know. I honestly do not know. But the experience that I went through twice, not once, twice. It is not that I just went through one peculiar, one of a kind experience. I went through two experiences. One happened in 2003, I think. I'm not accurate. I mean, maybe I have accurately documented in my book, but I don't remember everything that I wrote in my book. I, to be very honest, okay. So the first experience that I went through, it created a tremendous change in me, irreversible change, which means that I could not go back. This was my first experience. And my second experience was absolutely mind blowing because it was much deeper than my first experience. All I know so far, okay, maybe if you think that I'm not enlightened, that is okay, completely okay, because even I think that sometimes. And when I say this, sometimes people will say, especially people who read scriptures and people who read other people's gurus. So if you doubt your own enlightenment, that means you're not enlightened, right? It is not exactly right because I doubt. I don't doubt my state of non-duality. Okay. One minute. Okay. Oh my God. I like this song very much. Do you hear the song? Na, 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 na. Guess the song. Okay. If you okay, we will talk. Ranjitame, hey Ranjitame, Ranjitame, Manas. I really love this song. Okay. முக்கியமாக வந்து எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச வரின்னா மனசு வலிக்க கொஞ்சமே அப்படிங்கிறது தான். தட் மீன்ஸ் ஐ டோன்ட் நோ மச் இங்கிலீஷ், ஓகே. பட் எனிவே கைஸ், ஐ டோல்ட் யூ ரைட். I went through two different kind of shifts, okay. I'm back to the topic right now, okay. So but this song is so distracting, sometimes they won't end up playing wonderful songs, and I okay, so yeah, let me go back to the topic. Ranjita, I can't help it, guys. Okay, I like the song so much. One of my favorite songs. Okay, Ranjitame, Ranjitame, na 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 na. Ranjitame, Ranjitame, una manasu valiye konjaname. Okay, so the thing is, like this guy, okay, who committed few days before, he said, okay, he very confident, he said, but he was also humble, some kind of he was also kind of humble. He said, I'm in no position to judge your non-duality because you have certainly gone through some experience. See, the thing is, for me, okay, in my perspective, for me, I don't blindly follow any scripture. I don't blindly follow anyone, including my scripture. So, whatever my experience teaches me is the truth. No matter how, no matter how gross it is, no matter how, I don't know how to say this. Okay, see, my experience has been teaching me a lot of things. I have been encountering a lot of things in my own spiritual journey, and I always feel that I should be very honest with people. Okay, oh my God, now I think it is very silent, right? I am relieved because I have to hear my own voice to be able to speak much, to be able to speak better. Okay, so far I couldn't I couldn't actually hear my own voice because this Ranjitame Manasu Valike Konjaname song was disturbing me so much, and not only disturbing me mentally but physically. Okay, my ears was like they are the speaker so loud, and I couldn't able to, I mean, I was not able to listen to my own speech. Okay, so now I can listen to it. So yeah, you see, I want to take this in a very light way because I'm not in a mood to go through a very serious inquiry of about anything. Okay, I just wanted to meet my friends. That is the title of this video. Did you see the title before you came? So the title of the video says that it is a very casual talk. So it is like a talk with my friends. That is exactly what I enjoy about coming on live in YouTube. Because I know that there are a lot of friends. Maybe they hate me, maybe they love me, I don't care, okay? At least I can speak with them, right? So I love that. So yes, this spiritual journey is very very peculiar. It is not how it looks, for example, let's say that you have read so many spiritual books, okay? Ramana Maharshi's books, books of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, just like I did, okay? So you get an impression. You also get some spiritual experience and you get some impression about what spirituality is really like. But the sample size, like you understand this is exactly what spiritual enlightenment is based on few people's experiences. Those people, those few people are like, for example, Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Osho, and don't ever talk about Jaggi Vasudev guy, because like he is a total fraud. If you have not recognized it, I feel very sorry for you. Okay, so this guy is like Nityananda. These two guys are like they have. Okay, let me not talk about these two stupid guys. Okay, let us talk about guys who really made difference in the last century. Okay, Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, last 2 centuries. Okay, and even Papaji, and you know Papaji, Punjaji, right? Nisargadatta Maharaj. These people were my gurus. Osho, very importantly, Osho. He was the original man. He was not perfect. This is the thing, okay? He used to give Osho gives an example of a garden and a forest. There is a difference between a garden, which is shaped by humans, and a forest. An enlightened person is not like a garden, okay? A garden may sometimes appear very beautiful than a forest because a garden is shaped, right? It is shaped according to certain qualities that is loved by human beings. You can shape a garden, you can shape a plant, you can shape everything, right, in a garden, right? You can clean the garden. The garden, you can make the garden there are no dry leaves falling in the garden because you clean all of them. The garden looks completely clean. There are no leaves scattered in the garden, and the plants look very very fresh. But it is not what you will see in the wild. If you go to a jungle, the the leaves are scattered everywhere. And Osho compares this man-made garden, which looks totally clean, with a forest, which doesn't look so clean because there are leaves everywhere, there are everything everywhere, created by all kind of wild animals, spiders, insects, and everything, right? So in order to venture into a jungle, you will need a lot of courage because you will not know. It is not made for humans, and it is not made by humans. But on the other hand, a garden is made for humans, by humans. It is like democracy, guys. Like for the people, of the people, and by the people. A garden is so democratic that you love it. But the forest is not. And this forest is exactly what enlightenment is. Enlightenment is compared to this forest. Because nobody knows where it begins and where it ends, okay? You will get lost in it. And I am one of the persons who got lost in this forest. So now let me ask you, okay? Shoot your questions. I will answer them. But what? But I know what these people usually do. Like they don't know really what is going on in an enlightened person's mind, right? They come up with their own conclusions about it. So I don't see any more questions, guys. The last comment I see it from Kushagra Trivedi. Do you have any more questions? I will be silent, okay? Don't worry. 1 minute, I'm receiving call. சொல்லுங்க ப்ரோ. ஃப்ரைடேவா? ஃப்ரைடே 16 தேதியா? 16 வந்து ரூம் 14 மட்டும் புக் ஆயிருக்கு ப்ரோ, இம்மானுவேல் அப்படிங்கிற பேர்ல. மத்தெல்லாம் அவைலபிள் இருக்கு. 16ஆம் தேதி வந்து ஒரே ஒரு ரூம் மட்டும் தான் புக் ஆயிருக்கு. ஆமா, ஃப்ரைடே தான். ஆமா, சரி, ஓகே. Sorry guys, I got a call. I don't know if you actually listened to the call. I don't know. I have no idea, okay? I just called. That's it. Because I'm very, very natural when it comes to got a new comment. How can I get your book in paper form? Amazon, yeah. See, the thing is, okay, first of all, I published my book in KDP, okay? KDP is Kindle Publishing Platform. That is what KDP stands for. So you can publish any book on Amazon. It might be available everywhere. But when it comes to KDP, you are self-publishing, right? This KDP self-publishing option has a paperback only in America, not in India. So if you are ordering from India, you will not get paperback, only Kindle. So if you really want paperback, which you would not recommend, okay, because it will be a waste of money. But if you really want paperback, if you really want a actual book, physical book in your hands, you have to order it from Amazon.com. You have to not only pay for the books in dollars, but you have to also pay for shipping. It might sound unfair to you, I understand that. I try to somehow balance it because maybe, I don't have any option. I'm not the one who's printing it, right? I can only put it on the Amazon, and it gives minimum rate and everything. So, so I kind of try to put it up like that so that, you don't have to pay much, but I couldn't do it. These are the rules made by Amazon, not by me, okay? So please understand that. So I have got Kindle one. Yeah, maybe you can print it if you want. It is much cheaper than ordering Amazon. You go to a store and just get it printed. There are a lot of people who actually print a book for you. I always do it. Instead of buying a physical book, what I do is, if I get a PDF copy of that book, what I will do, maybe this is the best suggestion that I can offer you, okay? If there is another option, I can give it to you. It won't cost much, okay? Just print it. It will cost you a little bit more than because a little bit more than just, but it will cost you even much more. I believe it will, because I have done it, okay? Sometimes when I also encounter the same situation, the book is available in Kindle format in India, but it is not available in paperback format. If I have to order that book, I have to order it from Amazon.com. The price will be in dollars, and also I have to pay the shipping fee, sometimes even customs fee, okay? So it is going to be very, very difficult for me, okay? Now this Kushagara Trivedi is coming up with some questions. Self-help content like increasing confidence, improving social skills is like polishing the outer false self, and all this is unnecessary, because at the end of the day it is false. Okay, you are actually raising a question which I had when I was like 18 years old. It was Osho who cleared it up. Okay, when it comes to self-help book, it is exactly that what you're saying. Okay, it is like, it they maybe, it will tell you a lot of, if you buy a self-help, okay, it will give you a lot of stories about how inspiring things can be. A lot of inspiring stories and motivating stories, and you have to try hard to achieve a goal. If you keep trying, you can achieve a goal. But thing is, when you try to apply it, your own psychological barriers that you have inside, you will stop it. Nobody addresses it. The Osho was the only person who addressed it. Unless you go into your unconsciousness and fix the issues that you have in your unconsciousness, it is not going to help you. Osho was the first person to tell me this, because I was sick and tired of all these self-improvement books, okay? What they do is just preach, okay? They preach some kind of some kind of ideas, you have to try more. You have to keep motivated, inspired. These are the stories of inspired people. You can even do this. You can do this. We have been hearing all these motivational stories from time immemorial, but what good does what good has it done to the humanity? No, because there are a lot of people like me. See, I am like I'm not a very smart person in every way. Okay, especially in practical matters, I suck. Okay, I might be an intellectual, but when I grew up, I figured out that when it comes to practical things, my friends were better, a lot better than me. I was doing worse. So what is the solution? Keep trying, keep keep yourself motivated is not a solution. They can say this through all kind of self improvement books. Okay, it will not help you. That is exactly how Osho made a difference. And this Osho, okay, his books were so incredible. I liked him so much. This Jaggi Vastev is an exact copy of Osho. Do not trust him ever, okay? Lot of people, because I'm surprised. The reason why I'm bringing Jaggi Vastev after a long time is because of this. Because one guy commented, okay, you always talk about Jaggi Vastev sometime. Because one guy, put a blade on me. Like, 1 hour he talked, tried to convince me Jackie Vasi was a great person, good person. உனக்கு என்னடா தெரியும் மயிராண்டி, உனக்கு என்ன தெரியும் அவனை பற்றி அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி நான் வந்து கேட்டிருப்பேன் தமிழில். பட் வந்து சி என்னதான் ஐம் சாரி ஃபார் ஸ்பீக்கிங் இன் தமிழ் கைஸ். ஐ சம்டைம்ஸ் வந்து தட் ஆங்கர் லைக் உனக்கு என்ன தெரியும், என்ன பிடுங்கிருக்க, நீ வந்திருக்கியா, நீ கோயம்புத்தூருக்கு வந்திருக்கியா, ஆசிரமத்துக்கு போய் பார்த்துருக்கியா நீ என்னன்ட்டு அப்படின்னு நான் கேட்டுருவேன். I would have asked all these questions, okay? So do not worry if you do not understand what I just said, okay? Tamil people will understand me, okay? மயிர செத்துறானிங்களா, அந்த ஜக்கியை நம்புறதுக்கு செத்துடலாம் பேசாம அப்படிலாம் சொல்லுவான். நான் சீரியஸ் சொல்கிறேன். அவனை மட்டும் ஜோஷோவை நம்பு. ப்ளீஸ் எக்ஸ்கியூஸ் மீ கைஸ், ஓகே? Allow me to speak in Tamil for 1 minute. 1 minute, okay? ஜக்கி வாசியை மட்டும் நம்புறேன்னு வச்சுக்கேன். நீலாம் மனுஷனாடா, உனக்குலாம் நீ சூடு சுரண மான பக்கம் எவனுமே இல்லை. எவனோ ஒருத்தன் கன்னடாவில் வந்துட்டு பயங்கர கோஷோவை காப்பி அடிச்சுட்டு பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கான். பொண்டாட்டியை கொன்ன ஒரு ஒரு நாத்தாரி நம்பிட்டு இருக்கீங்களே சத்குருன்ட்டு, போய் சாவுங்கடா நீங்களாம் அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லிடுவேன். I can tell you that very clearly guys, okay? So yes, if you want to translate this in Tamil, okay, if you are following this guy Jaggi Vastev, you better go to hell. I can tell you from my own experience in the last 15 years. You do not have to admit me that I'm an enlightened, good person. No, I'm a very bad person, okay? Maybe I'm the most enlightened person ever lived on earth. But believe me one thing, this Jaggi Vastev is a clear fraud. You will find out that one day, okay? Do not worry. Do not worry about my enlightenment or anything like that. I will take care of it, okay? If there is one other state that I have to achieve, I will achieve it. And it is I already told you, right? If somebody tells me, okay, Shanmugam, you're not enlightened. You got a very profound experience, but that is not enlightenment. Okay, I will say, okay, so there is another profound experience that I can attain, right? It is possible. But I'm happy. I'm telling you very honestly, I'm very, very happy about it. Okay, so do not worry about it, okay? Buddha, we already have a lot of questions here. Oh my god, lot of questions. Man, I seriously have a lot of I don't have many followers, but I can tell you something, okay? I have some quality followers who regularly. Please do, okay? Do not forget about enlightenment, spiritual everything, okay? I am a YouTuber, guys. Follow me, okay? I'll be very honest in what I tell you, okay? I love these comments. So yeah. And we actually need to go deeper into the real self. Okay, because it is like I can't answer this question because this question is like deeper into keep waiting, okay? This is a very big subject. God, scriptures, devotion, etc., seem like nonsense. Exactly. Exactly, you got the point, right? Most of them are nonsense. Most of them, 99% of nonsense. Can't get myself believe in anything. You are on the right track because this is exactly how I started. Do not believe in anything. If you think, if you see this truth, okay, most of the things in the religions are nonsense, then you will automatically ask a question. So why did all these intelligent followed people, why did all, like for example, Swami Vivekananda, Ramana Maharishi, or all these intelligent people, they somehow, they followed religion, right? Why? So there is something in the nonsense, right? It is like finding a needle in a haystack. The haystack is the religion, the needle is the truth. Okay? Did J. Krishnamurti or UG have any influence on you? Both of them had influence on me. Both of them. I like J. Krishnamurti because of his own style, and I actually like UG Krishnamurti better because he was much more honest. I'm not saying that J. Krishnamurti was not honest, okay? It is, it is like there are subtle differences in their expressions, okay? So, UG Krishnamurti was a very logical man. He was very, very honest, absolutely honest. I don't deny it, okay? But, I mean, J. Krishnamurti. I'm talking about J. Krishnamurti. I'm sorry if I confused you. J. Krishnamurti was a very, very logical man. He was absolutely honest. I did not sense any dishonesty. But what I sensed was there was more honesty with UG Krishnamurti because he exposed a reality about the spiritual thing. Okay, nobody will tell you spirituality is not like this. Okay, see, the only thing, when I say all these things, maybe people will come and say, okay, you have not uh, you have not attained enlightenment. Okay, that is okay for me. One guy who raised this argument, I told him, maybe I have not attained enlightenment, but I have attained non-duality. There is a difference between these two because enlightenment is a very loaded term. Maybe there is a higher state after this. Maybe Buddha discovered that. I don't know. But non duality, there is no higher state. Non duality is non duality. Do you understand the difference? I know that I have been experiencing non duality 24 bar 7 since 2014. And no matter how much you argue, you cannot change this, my opinion, because it is not a belief, it is a knowledge. Non duality is in my experience 24 bar 7. Whether I suffer, whether I am morally incorrect, whether I am a moron, whether I am an asshole, it doesn't matter. Okay? One thing is for, I am not claiming to be perfect. I am not claiming to be a good person in the whole world. I am not claiming to be the most spiritually attained person, but I am claiming one thing. I know non duality and what it is. And I don't know, I certainly know what Adi Shankaracharya preached about non duality in my own experience 24 bar 7. No matter how much you argue with me, you will never ever convince me because this is non duality. What I am living is non duality. So my only question is, okay, maybe because non duality did not end my suffering. As it is, you can come up with all kind of gimmicks and everything about whatever text you read about. Maybe you have already read Viveka Chudamani, maybe you have read Adi Shankara's commentaries, and sometimes these people will torture me. Like, for example, they will torture me with questions, logical questions. Non-duality, what is that to, like, I don't want to go into this. Okay, I'm speaking very practically. Non-duality will not end your suffering. Will not end your suffering. There will be still some kind of suffering in some way. Maybe it will end 98% of your suffering, but there is 2% remaining, right? And the 2% can kill you. It is very true that I don't suffer as much as other people. I only suffer when I face extreme situation. For example, I was homeless. I was homeless for some time. I did not have a home. That is when I suffered. If you are homeless, you would have suffered more than me, much more than me. I survived. Now, right now, I'm back in YouTube video. It is nothing ever happened. I don't regret anything, right? So Okay, thank you very much, guys. This interaction is what I like, okay? Whether you disagree or agree, it doesn't matter. As long as there is some kind of interaction, I always love it. So, okay, so I'm just reading the comments right now, okay? Okay, but the book is excellent. I'm saying there's this, even after studying 100 books, I don't know whether you yourself know it. Then why a normal paper book can't be published? See, actually, first of all, it came as a surprise for me too. Okay, I did not expect this book that this book will do so well. Okay, and I actually share your own surprise regarding my own book because I never ever thought that the book will be a hit, and still no people love this book. They always give positive review, and I always, I mean, it is very tempting to say that there is a higher power which has guided me. Maybe it is true. I don't know. Okay, but that is exactly what I can say because it is more than my ability, and I would not have published such a book without some kind of grace. Okay, I have to agree to it. Thank you very much for your comment. Okay. Okay, again, from Kushagra Trivedi is very desperate and asking a lot of questions. How does one revive the urge to get enlightened? Today, there are so many distractions, addictions that we are constantly occupied with pleasure, so we don't feel much suffering. Suffering that Buddha. So you don't feel much suffering, right? Then why do you worry about enlightenment? See, the thing is, there is something called Vairagya. Okay, Vairagya means you have learnt about the suffering in the world, right? See, if somebody is telling you enlightenment is very cool, and if you are only approaching it intellectually, it doesn't give you anything. Okay, there is no use. You have to feel the suffering of the world. That is exactly what Vairagya means. Vairagya